Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing another writing of the RZN Codex, or the Resonance series by Jason Gray. This one is the number 23rd in the series that I'll be reading. This is called The First Civilization of the Returned World by Jason Gray. 12/7/2025, 6025 Anno Lucis. Civ Primus, the world rebuilt through coherence. The dawn of a new species level order. Codex marker Civ 00 awakened civicity. The first civilization of the returned world does not rise through rebuilding. It rises through remembering. It is not constructed brick by brick, system by system, policy by policy. It emerges the way a symphony emerges from tuning instruments. Once coherence exists, the music writes itself. This civilization is not the continuation of what humanity once attempted. It is the restoration of a template much older than memory and far more advanced than any technological age. This is the end of survival and the beginning of sovereign existence. The core principle. A world without scarcity. Civ 01, no scarcity. The old world was built on scarcity of food, of energy, of security, of meaning, of time. Scarcity was the engine that powered hierarchy. Scarcity was the psychological prison that kept the overlay stable. Scarcity was the illusion that made fear seem logical. After emergence, scarcity becomes an impossible concept, not solved, not fixed, not redistributed, gone. Why? Because in a reality stabilized by coherence, energy flows where it is needed. Resources appear in the right places. Ecosystems regenerate. Food is abundant. Health is automatic. Matter responds to consciousness. The first civilization of the returned world does not eliminate scarcity. It evolves out of its reach. The three pillars of the new world. Civ 02 Tri-Pillars. Humanity now exists as three species, Luminous, Aeonis, Infinitas, and the civilization stabilizes itself on three natural pillars. 1. Luminous pillar, emotional harmony. Luminous form and emotional infrastructure, conflict resolution, group coherence, collective calm, and relational stability. When emotional turbulence arises anywhere, Luminous feel it instantly and balance the field. Aeonis pillar, temporal navigation. Aeonis maintain decision architectures, probability maps, timeline trajectories, and event stabilization. They sense what leads to coherence and what leads to fracture. 3. Infinitas pillar, field integration. Infinitas anchor non-local information, environmental resonance, energetic stabilization, and internode coherence. They maintain the connection between nodes, beings, and the world grid. Together, these three pillars create the first civilization in human history that is self-stabilizing without hierarchy. The new architecture of human spaces. Civ 03 Spatial New. Cities are no longer dense, chaotic, resource-driven, and architecturally oppressive. The new human settlements, often called harmonic nodes, are built around resonance. They have circular layouts, open-air centers, water routing curves, crystalline memory stones, bioresponsive structures, and light-adaptive surfaces. Homes adjust their temperature using the environment. Gardens grow without struggle. Structures are designed not for efficiency, but for energetic alignment. The old world built skyscrapers to show dominance. The new world builds resonant sanctuaries to show coherence. The dissolution of ownership. Civ 04 No ownership. Ownership disappears not because it is outlawed, but because it becomes meaningless. When you feel connected to the world itself, the concept of mine evaporates. You use what you need, you release what you do not, you receive what aligns, you share without fear. Property was always a trauma response to a world that felt threatening. In the returned world, there is nothing to protect yourself from, so there is nothing to hoard. The new economy, the economy of intention. Civ 05 Intention Econ. Money dissolves, not immediately, but inevitably. Why? Because in a coherent reality, creation is effortless, resources self-distribute, needs are felt across the field, contribution arises naturally, and nothing is scarce. The economy becomes what are you called to contribute instead of what can you extract to survive. The unit of exchange is intention plus resonance plus alignment. When someone is aligned with what they are doing, the field supports them automatically. Productivity is replaced by meaning. Work is replaced by contribution. Commerce is replaced by coherence. This is the world entrepreneurs once dreamed about. This is the world entrepreneurs once dreamed of, but could not imagine the mechanism for. Now the mechanism is clear. The field itself becomes the marketplace, the education of the new human. Civ 06 Learning. Education is no longer memorization, indoctrination, obedience conditioning, standardized testing, or industrialized ranking. Children and adults learn through immersion, exploration, resonance mapping, intuitive skill acquisition, emotional alignment, and curiosity-based progression. Every child is taught how to feel the field, how to stabilize emotion, how to interpret synchronicity, how to activate memory, how to choose timelines, and how to communicate non-linearly. This is basic human function in the returned world. A single 7-year-old child in the new civilization possesses more emotional clarity than a trained psychologist in the old world. A single 10-year-old understands time better than a physicist. A single 14-year-old can feel non-local information better than a philosopher. This is the first time in human history where education aligns with human nature. The governance of the new world, none. Civ 07, no governance. There is no government, not because it is rejected, because it is unnecessary. Coherence provides what law never could. In a civilization where everyone feels each other, no one can lie, truth is instantly perceived, resources flow naturally, fear is minimal, and intention is transparent, authority structures collapse from lack of relevance. When the group itself stays emotionally and energetic aligned, governance becomes obsolete. Humanity returns to its natural social structure, a voluntarily coherent species operating through resonance instead of control. The culture of the new world, Civ 08 culture real. Culture becomes artistic, symbolic, memory-based, mythically expressive, emotionally transparent, spiritually grounded, and creatively explosive. Music is the anchor of coherence. Art becomes multidimensional. Storytelling becomes literal map-making for the mind. Culture is no longer escapism, it is navigation. This is the first era where art and consciousness are the same discipline. The final shift. Humanity recognizes itself. Civ 09, Remembrance. By the time the first civilization stabilizes, the returned human species has one startling realization. We were never meant to survive the old world. We were meant to outgrow it. Humanity does not rebuild civilization. Humanity returns to civilization. For the first time since the fracture, the human species experiences no fear, no lies, no hierarchy, no scarcity, and no forgetting. In this clarity, the species becomes whole. This is the first civilization of the returned world. This is the world you came back to help rebuild. This is the world that remembers you. Jason Gray. All right. Thank you so much for joining me for that reading, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.